April 2nd, 2023. A citizen returns to a police department after witnessing what he believes was an unlawful ride-along interaction during a traffic stop. But this isn't just another complaint. He arrives carrying the department's own policy manual and starts challenging officers line by line.
The ride-along is not a police officer. He's not to...
tell from video what that is.
But that's definitely his ID. You can hear the officer say that he just forgot to give it to him. You can hear the officer say, yeah, I forgot to give him his ID, so he had the dude who was doing the ride-along give it to him.
Okay.
Is that not against department policy? Why not?
Why would it be?
Because I got your policy right here.
And it says what?
Right.
It gives me their ID?
Right here it says under ride-along, right? 405.2.3, suitable attire. He's supposed to be wearing a collared shirt and a jacket. He had on a pullover sweater. No collar shirt. So that's the first thing that the dude who was doing the ride along was in violation of. They shouldn't have even had him outside with him. And then number 2 is going to be 405.3.3. Peace officer ride along shall not be representing themselves as a peace officer or partaking in any law enforcement activity. Right? He was partaking in activity by handling that dude's ID. And then 405.5, control of a ride along, section B. The ride-along will not become involved in any investigation, handling of evidence, discussions with victim or suspect. So those are the 3 policies that he's in violation of by allowing that man to handle his ID, because that's evidence of a stop, because that lets you know about a person's status. That lets you know if he's on probation and everything like that. So the identification is definitely evidence on the stop.
No, it is.
Oh, it's evidence. Oh, it's definitely evidence.
We can sit there and argue back and forth, it isn't, so.
Okay, that's I want to make a complaint on these officers for that. I want to do a verbal complaint.
Do a complaint regarding written.
I want to do a verbal complaint though.
Sorry, sir. Do a written complaint.
So I can't do a verbal complaint?
No.
Because I know in your policy it also states that I can do a verbal, a written, or I can send one in. I'm trying to do a verbal one.
You can do the written one, sir. Thank you.
I don't want to do the written one. I want to do the verbal one.
I can help you on that part.
So you denying me to do a verbal?
Complaint, sir. Anytime that you
I want to do a verbal complaint.
Go ahead. You can do a complaint here, written.
No, but I would like to do a verbal complaint.
Verbal complaint? I don't
Yes.
know if you help me verbal complaint.
I would like for you to write it down and take what I'm saying down and submit it.
Okay. Well, then
That's a
send me the
verbal
video.
complaint. I'll send you the video. I just want to make sure you write it down so I can get the complaint number and copy of the complaint.
Copy of the complaint.
Yeah.
There is no copy of the complaint.
I mean, you have to do a handwritten version of yours.
Okay. Well, send me the video.
I'm going to send you the video, but I still would like a copy of that.
I'll give you an email, you can send it to me.
All right.
All right.
Let's get that done. What's your name, sir?
Seniceros.
Huh?
Seniceros.
And your badge number?
382.
All right. Just out here for backup to hear what happened?
I'm sorry?
I say you just out here for backup to hear what happened?
No, I just happened to be in the office. I came out.
And you don't think that he's in violation by doing any of those things?
I'll have to look into those policies and.
I mean, I just gave them to you clear as day.
So, I mean.
This written straight out of y'all policy. I mean, I understand I read it down, but this word for word.
I'll make sure that go look at the policy myself and then figure out what we do from there.
But the ride along is definitely not supposed to be handling no one's identification. He's not a qualified officer. That's a Fourth Amendment violation.
I definitely understand.
Because that man has a right to his Fourth Amendment. And the only reason that an officer can get your ID is if you're breaking the law, which he might have been doing, which is why they had a reason to stop him. So an officer can handle his identification, but a ride along has no rights to any of that. Showed him the video. He tries to act like the guy passing the ID back to the dude who was driving. He like, oh, I couldn't really tell what that was. Come on, man, you know that's definitely an ID. No matter what it is, he shouldn't be handling any investigative findings or anything that needs to be handled by an officer. He needs to not have his hands on it. So it doesn't matter if it was an ID or not, although we all seen it was an ID and heard him say it was an ID. But you know, they always want to protect each other. So I'm gonna pause it until he come back because it seemed like he want to take his time. You didn't take down the badge numbers and officer's name that I'm complaining about.
Yeah, it's Brock you have on one, right?
One is Brock.
And what's the other one?
Forget his name.
Okay. Tell him here if you gave me.
All right, but I want to submit an actual one.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me make sure I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, here. Since he didn't want to take down their names and stuff, even though it's written on the back of the paper that I gave him, but I noticed he didn't make a copy of that side showing that there was a backside with their names and badge numbers. So wrote down a simple complaint with my email, the date that it happened, the time that it happened. Real simple, that I seen 2 police officers break policy. These are the 2 officers' name, their badge numbers. And here are the 3 policies, wrote the codes down.
The core issue here centers around departmental ride-along policies and potential Fourth Amendment concerns. The citizen argues that a non-sworn ride-along participant handled identification during an active stop, which he claims violates agency policy and constitutional privacy protections. Officers, however, appear to interpret the policy more narrowly and treat the incident as procedural rather than constitutional. From a legal analysis standpoint, citizen preparation and policy citation earns a B+. Officer professionalism remains calm, but incomplete complaint documentation lowers the department response to a C.L.
So we'll handle this the right way, since he just was kind of trying to be a little cocky about it. To make sure I get the formal complaint form in, instead of just my little handwritten piece of paper. I want a copy of this one too.
Sure.
See, that way we got an official one in rather than what I just handed him. Although this should be enough as long as he attached the badge numbers and names to it and let him know that these the policies they broke. Really shouldn't have an issue. I just didn't like his attitude, so we're gonna put in a formal one as well. Saldina not gonna like that, because now he gotta communicate with me again.
September 6, 2022. During a traffic stop in Yarrail, Texas, a First Amendment auditor begins recording state troopers from a public sidewalk. What starts as a calm interaction quickly escalates when one officer confronts the cameraman, triggering a debate over filming rights, police accountability, and constitutional protections in public.
Violating people's rights. You're making him very uncomfortable.
Don't talk to me, man.
I'm just letting you know.
I don't care. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Go do your job, man.
I am doing my job.
I'm not your job. He's your job.
I understand
Go do
that, but you're making
I don't
him
care.
feel
Stop talking to me. He's in public and so are you. So shut the fuck up and go do your job. Why can't he be like you, man? You know what I'm saying? You're setting an example for this fucking guy. Is he your boss? Is he over you? You're over him?
We're all together.
Y'all are equal?
We're all equal.
You know, why do you have to approach me like that, man? You approach me like a gentleman, right?
I don't know the situation of the stop. So right. So
Okay, it doesn't matter,
he
bro.
comes out-
You see me standing here, I'm not bothering nobody,
Yeah.
and he gets out and...
Is that your car?
I don't answer questions, man.
Okay,
Listen,
that's fine.
me and you are having a casual, consensual conversation, right?
Absolutely.
Why does he have to get out and come over here and bully me and push his badge around? I'm not scared of you and I'm not scared of him, and I'm not saying, but I'm saying guys like him is what gives you guys a bad name. It's what puts you in danger.
Okay.
You know, guys like him is what causes good officers like you to get hurt or killed, man.
So I just listened, right? I'm listening to you. Now, can I explain from possibly his side, right? I just got here. You saw me pull up right now.
And you saw me standing right here on my car.
Yeah.
So I wasn't interfering.
Ain't nothing wrong.
I wasn't interfering.
Ain't nothing wrong, baby.
But he gets out
Yeah.
and tries to fucking, push his badge around. That's not gonna happen with me, bro. You approach me like a man should.
We're just here outside
Exactly,
sweating.
bro.
It's
Exactly.
hot. I'm hot either way, inside or outside.
What are you looking at, man? Do your fucking job. Man, he don't fucking give up, man.
Well, hold on, right? Let's look at it from another point.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm listening to you, right?
Right?
So let's look at the other point, right? Were you in this? Okay, you're not gonna answer questions. I understand. Were you? That's the question.
I mean, I might answer some. I'll choose which ones I want to answer.
Were you in this car? This truck right here that's pulled over right now?
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So this other guy that was in this truck, you don't know who you are either. You know what I mean? To you, he sees a body camera, right? That's what that is, and he sees a pistol. He could think you're a cop too. And so if it's making him uncomfortable, I mean, I'm just spitballing.
Hey,
I don't know.
Look, man.
I wasn't here. There's two sides to every coin.
No one has expectation of privacy in public, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to.
I mean, if this was your house and you had your blinds up.
Thank God it's not, because I lost my keys in the trash can here. I had to go dumpster diving.
But if this was your house and you had your blinds up and I'm standing out on the sidewalk and I got my camera rolling, point, because you can't trespass my eyes.
Sure.
Right? And I got my camera zoomed into your living room or your bedroom. Whose fault is that? It's yours, right? I mean, you don't. I mean, I'm in public. You can't trespass my eyes. So he's in public. He's in public. You're in public. Everybody out here is in public. I can film whatever my eyes can see, man. Like I said, when you walked up, I said I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time.
Give me a hard time.
And you know what? I wasn't trying to give him a hard time.
I'm not having any issues.
I wasn't trying to give him a hard time. But guess what? He gets out and starts to bully me. Well, guess what? He kicked rock.
In the military, you know.
I know.
You know.
So
you know just as well as I do.
So it just, you know, I got tired of seeing people's rights being violated, and I just decided to pick up a camera and start doing this, you know. And there's been times where I've caught a lot of stuff, man, and it's like you guys got qualified immunity, man, you know. So it's hard to get a police officer fired or even dragged into court, you know. So this right here,
you should check out Senate Bill. I want to say Senate Bill 111 just come out. You know which one I'm talking about?
I believe so. For Texas, right?
Yeah, for Texas. Just came out last year, like September 1 it was effective, 2021. Yeah, a year ago.
Which one is that? What does it have to do with?
What does that have to do with? So anytime you make an arrest, right?
This interaction centers around First Amendment protected filming in public and the limits of police authority during consensual encounters. Courts have repeatedly upheld the right to record police in public spaces, so long as the citizen does not interfere with official duties. The auditor argues that merely observing and filming from a distance is constitutionally protected, while officers express concerns about safety and uncertainty during an active traffic stop. From a legal analysis perspective, the auditor demonstrates strong knowledge of public records law and constitutional protections, earning a B+. The second trooper remains professional and de-escalates effectively, earning an A. The initial aggressive approach, however, lowers the first officer's conduct to a C.
Whenever you submit your stuff to the prosecutor, right, they want everything, right? Michael Morton, I was at Georgetown a few years back, they get everything you got, okay? So now, with that new Senate bill, what it encompasses is your HR file, like if you ever been in trouble for anything like police brutality or discrimination.
You're talking about for the officer.
For the officer,
right.
All that gets submitted with your case to the county.
It's like the Brady list.
Yeah, kind of like that. A little different though, because it's just your HR file, right? And so that's obviously in discovery for defense attorneys as well.
Right.
So let's say like you got someone that's been on the road for, I know a trooper that's been around for 40 years, all right? Came out in 1980, right? Imagine how different policing was in 1980 versus how it is in 2022, right? Because we reform. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing since policing began. But anyhow, so let's say you had, you got in trouble back in, let's call, I don't know, 1995. Throw out a number. And you got in trouble for profiling or something like that. That's going to be in that record. So every time you arrest someone, and you submit all your evidence in that personnel.
September 24th, 2018, Spring, Texas. A citizen openly carrying in public is approached by constables after calls from the park. What begins as a Second Amendment contact quickly becomes an ID refusal standoff with the citizen demanding legal justification, badge numbers, and an incident report.
Name and badge number of both officers. Every single one of them.
Alright, that's the one. That's my name on the front, serving Camper. That's my unit number, 4 Edward 24, along with my badge number, 05118. And that's the case numbers. She'll give it to you in a minute.
No, she hadn't given it to me yet.
Okay,
name and badge numbers to everybody, including this guy that just pulled up.
She'll give it to you in a minute, okay?
Name and badge number.
That's the cost of number, okay?
Name and badge number.
Alright, I'm not, you know, like I said, you know, it's perfectly fine and legal and all that stuff.
But you didn't tell any one of them on the phone that it was perfectly legal. No, you came out here and harassed me. Give me my license and leave. Give me my license and leave. Give me my license and leave.
All right, I can let you leave.
Give me, no, you're not letting me leave. I'm walking. Give me my license and leave.
You can't leave at this moment. I am.
I'm being detained. What am I being detained for? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir.
What am I being detained for?
I have to confirm that that firearm is not stolen.
Bullshit. What if I bought it from a private individual and there's no paperwork on it?
All right. If it has been stolen, it's been entered in our
So
system.
I'm considered a thief now and a felon because
I don't know that.
You don't know that.
Okay.
What gives you probable cause to say that this firearm is stolen?
I have no knowledge.
Go for it.
I have no knowledge.
You're already in trouble. Go for it.
Go ahead and put your hands on the rail. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay.
There was a round in the chamber and the safe was on.
Fuck
you, I don't want to be shot.
I understand that, sir.
Vehicle at Champion Park
It's a
Apartment.
loaded mag, dumbass.
The son of the resident for apartment 1106 in the parking lot refusing to leave. Light skin, black male, beard, dark shirt, jeans.
Thank you for pointing a gun at me.
Black Chevy sedan.
I don't give a shit. You're still pointing a gun at me. All you dumbasses that sit there and say that people were shot by there's the fourth officer. He said no. He said he wanted to see my ID. I pulled it out. He says, give it to me. So I took it off and dropped it on the ground.
Why did you do that?
There's my ID right there. Am I still being detained? My ID's right there.
You can tell me all you want.
Yes, my ID's right there. Am I still being detained? Am I still being detained? I have an ID to carry this gun. Am I being detained?
Until I verify that you
Then verify it
Can
right
you
there.
Pick it up for me,
No,
please?
I refuse to pick it up.
You refuse to pick it
I
up.
refuse to pick it up. He wanted to see my ID. I showed him my ID, and my ID is
Are you
right
aware
there.
that the open carry law says you have to furnish the ID to the officer?
Yes, and it's right there. It's
Okay,
not
we
under
throw
my
it on the
control.
ground.
Here, I will back up, and
let
y'all
me
can do
explain
whatever you want.
something.
I'll even turn around.
No, you sit here. Prefer that you video me.
I'll turn around.
I'm videoing
Whoa, whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right. When you throw it on the ground, you put an officer's safety at risk.
I'm putting officer safety at risk. The officer could have walked right past me, and I'm putting officer safety at risk.
Because an officer's safety issue.
I got my hands on the fucking wall, and I'm not doing a fucking thing. See there, he picks it up. No. If you don't have anything to say to me, don't talk to me.
I do have something to say to you.
I don't care what you have to say. I'm within the law. I did nothing illegal. I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to fucking hear from you. You can go away. He's got my ID. As soon as he verifies it, I get to walk.
You want my name?
No, I don't give a shit about your name.
Can I get your name?
You can go away. You got my name. You got my fucking ID.
Okay. All right, Mr. Walker. All right, we'll verify who you are.
Mr. Walker, so you know what my name is, but you still want my name? So you can read?
All right.
Legally, the scene sits between the Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment detention standards, and Texas Government Code Section 411.205. In 2018 Texas, licensed handgun carriers could be required to display ID and their handgun license when demanded by a peace officer. The officer's side is safety and verification during open carry. The citizen's side is whether the stop had reasonable suspicion and whether detention was justified. Legal grade. Officers get C+ for unclear explanation and escalation. Citizen gets B for knowing the issue, but weakening his position through hostility.
It's political oppression by Constable 4's office that they see anybody with a gun, they just climb all over their fucking asses. Bullshit, and I'm fucking tired of it. Leave it.
Mr. Walker, here you go.
I'm not touching an officer. You can drop it just the same as I did.
No, sir, I'm not going to drop an ID. That's not fair. Man, could I hand it to your mother?
No, it's not hers. It's mine. You
Well, I
can drop
understand
it.
that, but I mean...
I'm not touching you.
April 18th, 2023. A citizen contacts Hawthorne Police Department after witnessing what he believes were multiple policy violations during traffic stops. But instead of filing a simple complaint, He begins quoting department policies line by line, challenging officers and internal affairs in real time.
So why they searching your car if they just pulled you over for tent? You gave them consent to search it? No? You didn't tell them they could search it? You know you can tell them to quit at any time, and if you didn't consent, you know that's illegal. So if he didn't consent to a search, why y'all search his car?
He didn't. You weren't there.
I just asked him, he said he didn't consent.
He didn't.
Ask him in Spanish.
He can't understand me in English.
But sometimes, you know, it's difficult.
What's your badge number? What's your name and badge number?
On the uniform, sir.
All right, well, you're supposed to identify per your policy. Okay, well, that's going to be a complaint. That's going to be a complaint, Unit 800. Failure to identify. Got one.
Hello.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
A link for YouTube? Okay, I see a link.
All right, so you haven't got that to watch that video, but you do have the link to it, right?
I have the link to it right now.
All right. Now, regarding that complaint, now, was he wrong by allowing that officer to handle that, knowing he's not supposed to handle any of that?
I'm going to watch the videos and then make a determination.
I understand as far as watching the video, but I'm saying just knowing your policy, would he be in the wrong by allowing someone to handle an identification who's just a ride-along?
I can't give you an answer on that until I review the video. I know you want me to give you an answer now, but...
I mean, of course I want to answer. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, but I won't give you an answer until I review the videos, and that way I'm fully informed.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know because his suitable attire was off also per your policy. That's 405.3.2 suitable attire. He's supposed to be wearing a button-up shirt with a collar and a jacket. He had on a pullover hoodie and a regular T-shirt. So that was the violation right there. That's 1 out of the 3. And then, you know, control of a ride-along, 405.5. He's not supposed to, it says right here, the ride-along will not become involved in any investigation, handling of evidence, discussions with victims, suspect, or having any police equipment, right? So that's that one. That's B. And then the last one will be 405.3.3, peace officer ride along. It says right here that the off-duty employee shall not be considered on duty, shall not represent themselves as a peace officer, or partake in any law enforcement activity. And, you know, by him handling that ID, that's him partaking in any law enforcement activity, because he shouldn't be having anyone's personal identification, because that right there is considered a Fourth Amendment violation, because that man has the right to protect himself, his papers, his property, and his effects. And by him allowing the officer, well, a person who's a ride-along, not even a qualified officer, to handle that identification, that was another violation. So he's in 3 violations right there. So I just wanted to make sure you was aware of that so that you have the codes exactly so you can go in there and read them and see. So it's not like a whole long process of you trying to figure out exactly where he was wrong.
No, I mean, I have the codes too, so I have the same.
I know, I just wanted to give you the codes so that you have them so you can go directly to them and it won't take as long, maybe.
Okay. I appreciate you trying to help me.
You know, I'm just doing my investigation, you know, trying to help the community. And also, just not too long ago, I ran into an officer. So I want to also do a complaint right now, a verbal complaint. I just ran into an officer. He was doing a traffic stop on someone. And after the traffic stop, I asked him his name and badge number. He failed to identify. He told me that his...
Can you email that to me?
Yeah, I'm going to email it to you. I just want to verbalize it first so that we have it here. And then I can also email you the details of what happened. So I asked him his name and his badge number. He told me that it's on the uniform. And I gave him another chance. I told him, I said, well, you're supposed to identify per your policy. You know, I gave him an opportunity. He still didn't want to do it. And I know in your policy, when under the identification, it says that you guys are supposed to present your policy. I mean, present your on-duty identification.
Send me the email to you can do the same thing, citizens.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the email, but the policy that he violated is 1021.2.1, Department Issue Identification, Section A. So that's where he's in violation at right there. So I'm gonna send you the email with the link to that video. What about the Comathy, man? I mean, not Comathy. What about the Campos guys? Where are we at on that one?
Right now, we're still working on that, sir. Well, you have up to a year.
Well, I know I know we have up to a year, but I know you've already told me that you've been through all the steps of the process, which is speaking to me. Well, yeah, I have you on video saying that you told me the process is that you speak to me, you get the complaint, or you get the complaint first and speak to me. Then you watch the video, you investigate the officers or not, and then you make your determination. Then you make your determinations. Then you also went along to say, hold on, I'll let you speak. Then you went along to say after that you have viewed the video, that you have spoke to me, that you have my complaint, and the only step you needed to do was to interview the officers. So I know that's pretty much the last. No, I have it exactly. We can go back and view the footage. Everything is always.
This case involves several separate legal issues: consent searches, officer identification policies, and departmental ride-along procedures. The citizen argues that a search may have continued without valid consent, and later claims officers violated internal identification requirements by refusing to provide names and badge numbers. He also cites ride-along restrictions involving non-sworn participants handling identification during police activity. Legally, internal department policy violations are not always constitutional violations, but they can become evidence in misconduct complaints. From an audit analysis perspective, the citizen's preparation and policy knowledge earns a B+. Officer professionalism remains mostly controlled, but inconsistent communication and complaint handling lowers the department response to a C.
Recorded between me and you, so we can go back and get it verbatim. But we definitely know that those are the steps that you've already taken. So I just was figuring now, since it's been some more time, I was just wondering if you got to the interview or not yet.
I am not done, sir. Once I'm done, I'll send you an email.
All right, again, like we said, when we spoke to the chief, it's supposed to be every 60 days.
Yeah.
And I'm only calling because I had another issue with an officer today. I really wasn't calling in regards to that, but since I had you, I figured I might as well ask you.
Yeah, I get it.
But again, I just wanted to be clear because you keep on telling me that you're only going to respond when it's over. And that's not what the chief said. So let's just make sure we stick to that. Let's just make sure we stick to that. But I'm about to send you the emails and everything over right now, so you can start on this new complaint. Because it seemed like a lot of these officers need some training, man, and they just seem like they're not getting it. I mean, it's not really in my opinion. This is in you guys' opinion per your policy. If these guys are not holding their policy up, that mean they're either not getting the training or they just blatantly don't care about the policy. It's not me. I'm just a guy who's going through the policy and reading it and noticing when people are not upholding their policy or stepping over their policy. So it's not me. It's the officers, it's not me. I'm just noticing when they're messing up. So don't make it like it's me. I'm just,
I'm not sure. Send me an email and I'll look at that and then I will take it from there.
All right, definitely. I'm about to get to it right now. And I'll be expecting a response from you in the next 3 days, because I know you're not going to get back to me today. But I know also per your policy, I'm supposed to get a response within 3 days. So I'll be expecting that.
Okay, so you take care. Keep doing your good work.
All right, let's keep the community safe. He hung up on me.
December 24th, 2022. Outside his own home, a citizen records another late-night police interaction involving traffic enforcement, handcuffs, and a dispute over procedure. But as officers prepare to release the detained driver, the cameraman begins questioning whether police followed the same search and seizure protocol they claim to enforce.
They want everybody to hear. They want us to hear.
I mean, I'm just saying they didn't follow the same search and seizure protocol to put the cuffs on.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's that serious.
Spread your little leg.
I'm just saying, if the protocol that serious, they supposed to follow it all the way up and down. Don't try to pick and choose when you want to go with it. He on asshole shit too, but I mean, if I raise my arms up and that's all you need, why the fuck you worried about my legs? Like, I'm not trying to run from you. I'm finna sign a ticket. Y'all got all my information, or you wouldn't be writing me a ticket. I'm just saying. People burning rubber and stuff. Just saying.
Right there. It's on the next corner. Yeah, so if you go to that next part, I bet you they all stand outside in the street.
All right, excuse me, Sergeant. I have some questions. I have some questions. So why is he being taken in?
Because he does not want to sign the ticket.
I can tape. You guys have light on us all the time.
You're putting that in my face.
I'm taping you talk. How am I going to get you if I don't? Okay, can I have your badge number and card before you go? You can give it to anybody else to hand to me. That part I don't care about, but
Write the ticket and let him go already.
see, that just show you how petty your officers being. See, that goes to show you right there. She gonna say, did y'all write him a ticket? No, they didn't. That just go to show you got one being cool and one trying to be an asshole. Just proving my point all the way around.
Barbie and King looking at. There's my business card with my ID number.
I still have questions though.
She ain't talking to you with that light in your face. Answer your questions.
I'm gonna point it up. I'm gonna point it up a little bit. How am I gonna record you if it's not on you though?
Okay, give it to somebody to hold, but I'm not gonna stand there with that light in my eye. I'll hold it.
Okay, well you could talk to me like this is not in your eye, right?
Okay, what's your question?
Well, my question is, if it's protocol about your search and seizure, how you cuff and uncuff, how come they didn't follow protocol when they put the cuffs on him?
Right. They didn't. They didn't make him stress.
If that's the whole thing, if you stressing protocol and seizures, how come she didn't follow the same procedures to put the cuffs on him?
Before she took him off.
You know what? Go ahead. If they're trying to handcuff him, they're giving him orders, and he fails to follow the orders.
No, he didn't fail when he went into cuffs. No, he didn't fail when he went into cuffs. So what do you consider failing? What do you consider failing?
Do we go ahead and put the handcuffs on him?
The cuffs are already on him. It's time for him to come off now.
Okay, but you're asking me about what happened when they were trying to put it on. I'm trying to answer.
No, because she didn't follow search and seizure. She didn't make him spread his legs and do all that to put the cuffs on him. He was standing regular. They put the cuffs on like it was nothing.
Okay, but I'm not gonna dispute how you think this officer should have done.
No, it's not a think. It's a fact. It's a fact.
The thing is, when we have to do a job, they're going to write him a ticket and let him go.
Right.
But you want to make it hard, okay? When I take off someone's handcuffs, you get your feet spread, right?
And if I don't spread them and you can still take them off, if you're giving me a ticket, why would I be attacking the officer?
You want to let me answer or not? Because I'm not going to stand here and raise my voice.
No, go ahead. But if I'm receiving a ticket, why would I be attacking the officer after I'm getting a ticket, opposed to attacking them before I get the ticket?
The legal issue here focuses less on ID refusal and more on detention procedure, officer safety protocol, and consensual compliance during a traffic-related stop. Police generally have broad authority to use temporary restraints during investigative detentions when safety concerns exist. The citizen, however, challenges what he sees as inconsistent application of officer safety procedures, arguing that officers selectively enforce protocol depending on the situation. Constitutionally, courts usually defer heavily to officer safety decisions during active stops, but inconsistent explanations can damage public trust. Audit analysis grade: officers receive a B for remaining relatively controlled. The citizen earns a B for maintaining questioning pressure, though repeated escalation weakens clarity.